these mines take years to develop. So silver output can't immediately meet this demand of surge that's happening right now. This is causing the prices to go up. And this is a good investment, for example. So the big mines are struggling to keep up with the demands. So the 5-year silver deficit problem, silver demand has exceeded supply for 5 years straight. In 2024, the deficit was 140 million ounces. And it's expected to continue as well. So COMEX and London Bullion Market Association are depleting their silver reserves. So SLVs are also draining silver supplies, removing more from available stock piles, for example. So that's going to happen, whereby premiums become higher. Physical silver prices might continue to rise over the spot price. More difficulty getting silver for industrial use. A potential for COMEX delivery squeeze, for example. But what if COMEX runs out of silver and it can't fulfill its contracts? It could lead to cash settlements instead of physical delivery, meaning trading dollars instead of silver. Price volatility, with silver skyrocketing as shortages worsen. Increased scrutiny on paper silver versus real physical silver holdings. Some traders worry about this, and that they worry about the inventory numbers that aren't accurate and that are there more as a paper exercise of silver than real available silver. So what smart investor moves and how you can protect yourself? Buying physical silver bars and coins, I believe it's safer, and also the experts say that as well, than relying on COMEX contracts. Hold silver, because when you've got that, you've then able to let that value increase year by year by year by year, for example. Mining stocks and royalty companies, investing in companies. There's companies that do investments, and I'm not here to talk about what you should invest in, for example. It's something that you need to look at, because you've got to seek financial advice. Okay, I'm here to talk about the mines and the gold and silver, and also scrap gold and silver, for example. But always seek legal advice, financial advice, because I'm not a financial consultant, for example. But what you should be considering to balance out your portfolio of investments is diversification strategies. Consider scrap silver, so that you can actually have it refined into coins or silver bars. That is a diversification strategy, which I've used before in 2007, for example, before the crash hit us in 2008. diversify in case the physical demand surges, because then that way you've got it and you've made an investment and it's long lasting. So what are your final thoughts? What are your takeaways about the reserves that are shrinking, that are being brought up by government, banks, wealthy families, family offices, for example? What do you think about the gold and silver? So if COMEX has a silver shortage, will silver prices explode like gold? Remember I said about the tortoise, which I believe is the silver, and the hare is the gold. The tortoise is going to eventually catch up because the gold is like the magnet and silver is attracted to it as well. If you've enjoyed this video today, if you could subscribe and turn on your notification buttons, because I'd hate for you to miss out on the next video. And I would love, like I said, for you to like and subscribe for more information about gold and silver market insights. Join me. I will put some links here anyway. And join me. You can book a free 15-minute appointment. We do hold boot camps, training boot camps on how to start your own scrap gold business, for example. Or if you just want to talk about your portfolio, for example, I can put you in the right direction of a financial advisor, for example, because I'm not a financial advisor and not qualified either. So what do you think about what I've said regarding the silver? Do you feel that COMEX is running out of silver? And what do you think that this could mean for investors? Because there is a real shortage of silver, and COMEX inventories are draining fast. So is the silver supply crisis about to trigger a massive price surge? What happens when that happens? The price goes up. So think about, what is your portfolio? Do you have coins? Do you have bars, for example? Have you started to think about, building your wealth portfolio? No matter what stage you are in your life, how much money you have available, you can even start off at scrap gold prices or silver, or buy a gold or silver coin, one a month. And imagine at the end of the year, 12 months later, you've got 12 coins. Or you do gold parties or silver parties, scrap gold parties, scrap jewelry business, and turn them into coins and into bars, gold bars or silver bars, for example. So I wanted to share this with you today because I think it's quite important, because a lot of people are talking about this COMEX, that it's running out of silver fast. And I wanted to explain where COMEX gets its silver from, but also to tell you about the silver shortage so that you can look at building your own portfolio, so that you've got a plan, like a 4-section plan. yes, there's cash, which is very at the very bottom. It's dwindling, it's devaluing. Then you've got your gold and silver. Then you've got your other investments, for example. It depends whether you're into investing or not. Maybe you got a job, but think about if you was to lose your job, for example, then how much money do you have to survive on, for example, in a crisis? How much money do you have to survive on? If you had those silver bars and gold bars, then you would have a security, a net that you can rely on, because buying gold and silver is the best deal, especially today during this difficult time that we're all facing around the world. Now, another good thing is having a business.